And hello again, and welcome to our continuing coverage of 2021 VHSL Region 5A field hockey action here on BeachSportsplex.com and on our YouTube channel via the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. I am Matthew Hatfield, and our game today presented by Zoop Eatery. Go check out Zoop Eatery. It's located right here in the heart of Virginia Beach. They have customizable box lunches for you, individually packaged meals for your convenience, a wide variety of soups, salads, and made-to-order sandwiches, all with a hunk of bread and dessert. There's something for the whole gang at Zoop Eatery. Our matchup today features the reigning three-time state champion Frank W. Cox Falcons with a record of 15-0 overall this season. They've been absolutely dominant, folks, outscoring opponents 95-3 to date. They take on the Kempsville Chiefs, who are red-hot themselves, 12-5 on the year following a 1-4 start. Coach Amber Jones's team winning a 1-0 matchup in the regional quarterfinals over the 5th-seeded Hickory Hawks last Thursday thanks to a third-quarter goal from Delaney Ogden. Cox coming into this matchup fresh off another dominant performance, 13-0 over Tallwood in the regional quarters. Zella Bailey, the Ohio State commit, with a grand total of 6 goals in that game to raise her season count to 34. Let's give you the lineup for these two teams in our matchup today. The top-seeded Cox Falcons and the Kempsville Chiefs, the number 4 seed, as the wind has picked up and the temperature has dropped considerably from when we started with our earlier regional semifinal, where the First Colonial Patriots punched their state tournament ticket for the first time since 2018 with a 6-0 shutout of the third-seeded Princess Anne Cavaliers. Coach Beanie Schleicher's team upping their record to 15-1 on the season. A pair of goals each from both Finley Payne and Landry Meyer, who have together scored 10 goals this postseason for FC. Let's start with the Kempsville Chiefs. Number 1 is Delaney Ogden, who, as we mentioned, scored just last week in the regional playoff win over Hickory. Number 2, Lily Everett. Haley Forbes will wear number 3. Abby Marcus, number 4. Rory Robertson, keep an eye on her. She's been a key cog in their attack, wearing number 5 for Coach Amber Jones's team. Number 6 is Sarah Green. Number 7 is Monique Lipton, one of their top goal scorers this year. Number 8, Amila Avilas. Number 9, Cameron Butler. Number 13, Ava Grace James. Number 14, Carly Hoffer. Number 15, Brooke Rediger. Number 16, Aaron Sutton. Number 17, Morgan Sutton. Number 18, Morgan Moody. And your goalkeeper is number 41, Abby Karras.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Regional Training Center site for the 2021 Region 5A Field Hockey Tournament. Today's semifinal match features the Chiefs of Kempsville High School and the Falcons.
And your starting lineups for the Cox Falcons, winners of 22 state championships, second most in the country behind only Severna Park of Maryland with 24. They're coached by Taylor Roundtree. Cox Falcons led by Zella Billy, number 12, as we mentioned, the senior who's going to Ohio State with 34 goals on the year. Also in their lineup, they have Abby Spear, who has pitched 12 shutouts this year, the goalkeeper wearing number 21. She's also a senior, and Abby Spear will be playing her field hockey at the next level in college. She is headed to Duke in the ACC. Elise Unger, number 18, a junior who is committed to Davidson. And Emmy Schwartz, number 15, a senior, going to William & Mary, one of the top assist makers in the area. Other players to watch out for the Falcons. A couple of freshmen on this lineup for Coach Roundtree's team. Irma Gray-Billy, number 5. Number 11, Mackenzie Dare. Out of the class of 2024 for Cox, Sophia Birch wearing number 2. Number 1, Joey Savino. Number 3, Megan Spear. That's the younger sister of Abby, who has had some big performances throughout the season. In fact, Megan had a goal and a pair of assists and a 6-0 shutout of Bayside early on in the year as they got off to a red-hot start. In fact, they had 5 straight shutouts after a 4-1 win to open the season over the collegiate school in Richmond. From the class of 2023 for the Cox Falcons, number of players to watch out for. In addition to Elise Unger, who we mentioned, number 18, you have number 16, Lauren Sanford, number 4, Avery Parker, number 17, Emerson Miller, number 13, Sewan Leathers, number 7, Reeves Caparici, number 10, Rose Bannon. And then their senior class to go with Zella Bailey, number 19, Ava Ostrowski. Bailey, of course, wears number 12.
Number 16,
Number 15, Emmy Schwartz, we highlighted her, and number 21,
17,
Abby Spear. So in total, Cox not with a lot of seniors on this team. By my count, just 4. And the captains are Zella Bailey, Emmy Schwartz, Abby Spear, and one freshman I forgot to mention earlier, Quinn Braithwaite. Don't forget about her, number 8. She has had some big performances this year. Had a goal in a 6-0 win over Ocean Lakes when they moved to 3-0 back in September. We're about set. We're going to take a quick time out and hear from Zoop Eatery, and we'll come back with the national anthem and our face-off right here from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
So there you heard from Dairy Queen. Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats like cookie dough, Oreo fudge, Reese's, M&M's. Thanks for being fans for all these years. And here's to many more. Dairy Queen, located in Lancetown in Virginia Beach. Fan food, not fast food. Matt Hatfield here with you as we are about set for the face-off and the opening of this game. As you see, the wind is just whipping here at the training center in Virginia Beach. And the state quarterfinals are coming real soon here. In fact, for VHSL Class 5, the state quarterfinals will be on November the 9th, a week from today, next Tuesday. The state semis are November the 12th at Spotsylvania High School, while the state finals, a champion will be crowned in both Class 6 and Class 5 at Cortland High School in the Fredericksburg area. 2 p.m. for the Class 5 final, 4 p.m. for the Class 6 championship. As for Class 4 and Class 3, Class 4's final is at Cortland that day at 12 noon, while Class 3 has its state final at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 13th at Cortland High School. Bear with us as we try to get some things worked out here technically. Maurice Burnett on camera. See our hard-working team trying to keep things tied down here with this wind whipping. Mentioned earlier, we started out, it was 68 degrees or so, and it has dipped down into the upper 50s now as we have our second regional semifinal. In fact, wind chill makes it feel like it's 55, what my phone is showing. Cox Falcons wearing the white uniforms with the green numerals, and the Kempsville Chiefs in the blue with the white numbers. And we are set for this one here from the Regional Training Center as we are underway. And again, as we get our camera situated, we'll try to bring you this action. While we do get that set up here, I'll tell you what we've got happening on the far end of the field. Kempsville trying to move it into Cox territory with number 7, Monique Lipton, and it heads out of play, so Cox now in possession. Bear with us, folks, as we get you set here with things. All right. Looks like we're in a better view now with things in this matchup between Cox and Kempsville. Again, Cox in the white, going from the right to left area. Kempsville in the blue. And they're going to go from west to east, if you will. The Chiefs with number 10 trying to advance up the field. We don't have a number 10. Must be another roster snafu or change last minute we did not receive here. So apologize on that. That was number 14, Carly Hoffer, that tried to get something working there. Cox has it with Sophia Birch on the far end. Nice little dump off over to number 8. That's Quinn Braithwaite. And we're going to see, I believe, our first penalty corner just a couple of minutes into this matchup. So now we've got this penalty corner to show you here. Hopefully you won't miss any of this action. Entry there, and high. Good goodness, that was like a punt in football. That one will take a couple of hops and go out of play. I believe that was Emmy Schwartz who struck the ball on that. It'll be Megan Spear who gets into the circle, feeds it to number 12, Zella Bailey, and that'll be the second penalty corner here for the Cox Falcons. Feed it into the center area. Nice little dump off. Good job defensively by the Chiefs to stop that. Excellent work there from Aaron Sutton to keep Zella Bailey and company at bay. And it heads out of play. Another corner now for Cox. So that'll be Megan Spear on this entry. And that one's going to be put on the board. Credit the Cox Falcons' first goal of the afternoon to Addie Froelich. So Cox wastes no time. First blood here, 1-0, our score in favor of the Frank W. Cox Falcons, leading the Kempsville Chiefs here in our matchup. Presented by Zoop Eatery on this Tuesday late afternoon, early evening from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. Matt Hatfield here with you. Kempsville trying to answer back with Carly Hoffer putting it into play right in front of the Cox bench and Coach Roundtree. Chiefs in blue, operating in Cox territory. Young lady for Cox being Megan Spear, tying her shoe. Gets back up. Here's this hit now for Kempsville. Pass off the mark from Hoffer. Going to be taken in by the Falcons as Emerson Miller. Double team comes on Hoffer. Got it right back. And the Falcons with another stop thanks to Emmy Schwartz, the future William and Mary player who is able to score and also set her teammates up for goals. Last time out, Emmy Schwartz had a couple of assists in that 13-0 blanking of Tallwood. She scored 3 times as well. 6 different players scored for Cox in the regional quarters, in addition to Zella Bailey's 6 goals and Schwartz's 3. Irma Gray Bailey had a goal. Sophia Birch scored. Addie Froelich, who just had her second of the postseason moments ago, and Joey Savino. So it rolls out of play. Cox back in Kempsville territory. 5.5 minutes going by in our first period. Winner here takes on First Colonial Thursday for the regional championship in Class 5 Region A. As we mentioned earlier, the last 2 teams standing in each region move on to the state playoffs. And the Region 5A champion and runner-up will take on the Region 5B champion and runner-up. Those semifinals in Region 5B are set to take place on Wednesday, November 3rd at Powhatan Field with a 5 o'clock Eastern and 7 o'clock Eastern doubleheader. Your 5 p.m. semifinal features top-seeded Gloucester against 4th-seeded Maury, while your 7 p.m. semifinal in Region 5B pits 3rd-seeded Menchville against 2nd-seeded Nansemond River. Battle for it there between the Chiefs' Morgan Moody and the Falcons' Lauren Sanford. Cox able to advance it up the field a bit, but it goes out of play, and Sarah Green will take possession now here for Kempsville. Keeping Cox from building this lead, much like they've done in just about every other matchup against Beach District foes this year. Only one school in the Beach District has scored on Cox this year, and that was Princess Anne, who fell earlier today in the regional semis to First Colonial. PA lost a 2-1 matchup with Cox back on October 14th. Every other Beach District team has been shut out by Cox. The only 2 schools besides Princess Anne to score on Cox this year were Collegiate and Assumption, neither of which is a VHSL member school. Collegiate's a VISAA member, and they scored in a 4-1 loss to Cox back on September 10th. Assumption, an out-of-state opponent, fell to Cox 2-1 back here in the Ring of Honor at the Training Center on October the 9th. So Falcons trying to get their 5th shutout in a row. And they've been just absolutely at another level the last 4 games against Tallwood, Green Run, Salem, and Tallwood, outscoring foes 48-0, an average of 12-0 per game. But this Kempsville team has raised its level of play in the second half of the season. Coach Jones has seen them come of age. They lost to Grassfield, Nansemond River, Princess Anne, and Cox in 4 of their first 5 games, but they have had a number of shutouts with Abby Karras, the goalkeeper, really responding well from that 6-0 loss to First Colonial back on October 21st. Right now, keeping Cox out of transition, which is certainly a key for them, and really using up a lot of clock when they do have possession. Another thing you have to do to be successful against this potent Cox attack. Sarah Green tries to get it up ahead to Rory Robertson. Now the Chiefs will knock it up ahead into Cox territory. As the clock's set to tick under 6 minutes to go in our opening frame. I want to tell you about Why Not Italian, celebrating over 28 years in Hampton Roads. Their commitment to excellent ingredients, traditional recipes, and treating customers like family is what has allowed them to serve delicious food to the community since 1993. Dine in with Why Not at any one of the 7 locations. That includes the newest spot over on Haygood, Independence Boulevard. What's for dinner tonight? Try Why Not Italian. And Kempsville leads it 1-0 here. Or check that, Cox leads it 1-0 on Kempsville with 5.5 minutes to go. Chiefs are 11-1 their last 12 games. And we're going to see a penalty corner here for the Kempsville Chiefs. Their first of the late afternoon, early evening. Very patient, deliberate here. We'll try to get a name for number 10 for you when we get a pause. Maybe send someone out to the scores table to find out who 10 is for Kempsville if we don't have a number on our sheet for 10. Probably someone on our roster that changed jersey numbers. Quick little pass from Monique Lipton to Cameron Butler. And then Cox right there, Zella Bailey. You see what a talent she is. Showing off her speed and athleticism here. Right around midfield. She's going to continue to control the ball and advance. Big time stop. Zella Bailey trying to go coast to coast there. Another high arcing, bouncing feed there. And Kempsville's going to pull it in with Carly Hoffer. So Falcons unable to demoralize Kempsville just yet here. Kempsville sort of employing a similar approach that Princess Anne did, and only losing by a goal to Cox. He wanted to stay close and within striking distance, and then some doubt might start to creep in a little. Coach Jones, as we mentioned, both of these coaches, like with Coach Schleicher and Coach Wheeler from FCMPA earlier, they've bundled up with the jackets and the long pants and jeans today. Usually we're used to seeing them with the short sleeves and the shorts, but not with this wintry weather, or I should say more of a fall-style weather than the summer when these girls began practicing for the field hockey season in late August, early September. And they were playing a lot of their preseason games and so forth. Irma Gray Bailey loses the handle, and now Kempsville with Ava Grace James will grab possession. Short feed on the far side of our camera. Now Cox with it. Intercepted once more by the Chiefs with Cameron Butler. Now Megan Spear. Trying to cut it into the circle here. Little field, and Kempsville is hanging tough here. Monique Lipton with the stop. That one's going to sail out of play. Monique Lipton headed to Mary Washington to play field hockey in college. Had the game winner in that 1-0 upset, if you want to call it, of the regular season finale with Kellum about a week ago. That one's going to sail out of play. Kellum, one of the teams that made it to the regional quarterfinals in Region 6A before falling to Western Branch 4-3. Western Branch taking on Cosby in one of the semis in 6A today at the River City Complex, while Kellum High School is the host site for Grassfield and Thomasdale on the other side of that bracket, 6A. Falcons in deep now. Two defenders able to halt them in their progress. Aaron Sutton will grab it here as we tick under 2 minutes to go in our first quarter. Cox clinging to a 1-goal lead. Kempsville trying to get out of trouble here. One of our sponsors here of field hockey action from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach would be none other than One Life Fitness. One Life, One Inspired Life. They're here to help you start your journey to getting fit. New membership today is available at any one of the 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations. Just go online to onelifefitness.com if you don't want to go in person and claim your free trial pass, courtesy of One Life Fitness. See our officials here with the headsets. They're braving the cold here. We say the cold because it was almost 70 degrees earlier today, and now it's in the 50s, and it'll feel like the 40s when that wind starts to whip. The lights on here at the training center. Carly Hoffer tries to get away from Zella Bailey, but she scoots by one defender. Now a second wave of defenders. She tries to get through. And a good job once again by Cameron Butler. Step it up. Elise Unger helping Bailey out. Bailey tries to swing it out to a teammate to reset things, and Cox will do just that. Falcons finding it hard to create scoring chances against this Kempsville defense. Well positioned. Have to like the game plan from Coach Amber Jones's team. Although it's Cox in the lead, 1-0, thanks to Addie Froelich's goal. The junior putting the Falcons ahead as they try to make it 16-0 on the season and earn a date with First Colonial on Thursday in the Region 5A Finals. We'll step aside and hear from some of our sponsors before the second period comes your way here at the Regional Training Center and our YouTube channel, courtesy of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Let's hear from one of those sponsors now in AstroTurf.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
So there you heard AstroTurf. They have been the surface we've had these athletes perform on for quite some time. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity, and it continues to improve its system design to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sport-specific performance, as well as the longest-lasting durability and sound player protection. AstroTurf, one of our proud sponsors here of Region 5A Field Hockey Semifinal action, where Cox leads Kempsville 1-0. Matt Hatfield here with you. Earlier today, First Colonial prevailed 6-0 over Princess Anne. The Patriots await the winner here of this semifinal matchup. Before the second quarter comes your way, let's hear from Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. So there you have it, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. Revitalize your property today. Check them out on the web at shinetimeinc.com, also at vvpowerwash.com, and give them a call at 757-797-5645. It's your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects with years of experience in both large-scale commercial settings and residential projects. Their focus is to bring new life to your home, outdoor space, building, and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. We're ready for the second quarter here. You see, looks like they're without number 17 today, Morgan Sutton. If I saw that right there on the sideline, looks like she's got her arm in a sling. But the Chiefs have to be encouraged that they're hanging in here against the Cox Falcons. Actually had a penalty corner. Cox got 3 of them, but so far they've kept some of the dynamic playmakers in check for Cox. Granted, Cox hasn't scored as much as First Colonial on the year coming into today, but they are very hard to certainly move the ball on. Kempsville's had some chances in Cox territory and kept the Falcons from exploding like they've done in their recent outings. And in fact, right now it's Kempsville with possession in Cox territory. It's going to be Morgan Moody. Cox defender slips down, and Lauren Sanford hops back up quickly. And you see helping the helper, Elise Unger, able to slide over and get to her quickly. Again, Kempsville forcing Cox to play at a slower rate of speed than they're accustomed to. You can tell Kempsville's been very inspired today, and tragedy striking the school as they saw the passing unexpectedly of John Cinnamon, who they've honored today's game, the former head baseball coach, also longtime golf coach over there at Kempsville for more than 20 years, social studies teacher, passing away unexpectedly on October the 30th over the weekend. We send our thoughts and prayers to the entire Seaman family and the Kempsville community as they dedicate this game to him today. And the rain beginning to fall here steadily here. Umbrellas are out at the Regional Training Center. Pretty significant rainfall, and some of the patrons here have headed for the exits, or we should say cover underneath some spots where they won't get soaking wet. Hard to say if this rain will affect either team and provide an advantage for anybody, but Zella Bailey looking to give her team an advantage, trying to get it through 2 defenders. Starting to pour pretty heavily here. Cox's Sophia Birch has it. Looks like we're going to get a penalty corner here, the first of the second period, as Cox continues to force the issue, and it pays off with a penalty corner. Tomorrow on our Virginia Beach Sportsplex webpage, beachsportsplex.com, and YouTube channel, it'll be the Warwick Raiders taking on the Great Bridge Wildcats in Region 4A semifinal action. Coach Michael Norton's Raiders getting to the semis after a exciting win in the quarterfinal round. Here's the penalty corner now for Cox. And the Falcons here in this rain downpour, unable to stretch their lead out to 2 goals just yet. Back to what I was mentioning earlier, as Warwick won 2-1 in double overtime over Deep Creek yesterday. Laura Chappelle and Lillian Krikorian with a goal and an assist each. Great Bridge blanking Ward Hill 6-0. The other side of the bracket featuring Grafton and Jamestown of the Big Rivers District. They'll be facing off over a Warner in Williamsburg to see who makes it to the Region 4A finals. And it is coming down out there. Pretty substantial rainfall right now. I see one of the Falcons drying off on the sideline. That would be Sophia Birch. This is going to really test Cox here in their mettle. A team that's outscored its opponents 95-3 coming into today's game. But Kempsville not backing down here in the rain at the training center. Now they have it into Cox territory. You see Cox ratcheting up the defense. But again, Kempsville swiping it away. And now here's a rare chance. Thought they had something working there. And it won't go. I've not called out Delaney Ogden's name just yet. I'm wondering if she's wearing number 10 today instead of number 1. Because that might be her. Looks like her from having done a few earlier for their games. I've mentioned Monique Lipton, Cameron Butler, Carly Hoffer quite a bit. And they've got the canopy over there, trying to keep some folks working the table from having too much waterlog. Zella Bailey trying to pull it out, and she does, showing her quickness. Getting by one level of defenders and then a second wave. And it will be nudged out of play. So with about 9 minutes to go in our first half, it's still Cox 1, Kempsville nothing. And it'll give us a moment to tell you about CHKD Sports Medicine. The multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine program is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in college athletes and pediatric athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine. They're here for you whether your child competes as part of a football team, field hockey squad, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory. Ball hops into the air, takes a couple of bounces, and it'll get away from the Cox Falcons. But they're going to have a penalty corner coming up here with an opportunity to extend their lead to 2-0 on the Kempsville Chiefs. So here's Megan Spear. Let's have to put this into play. Megan into the hands of Emmy Schwartz. Schwartz gets it back on the feet. Nice job of Aaron Sutton getting in the way. And you see Megan Spear got a bit of a stinger, if you will. Her hand took the wrong end of that one. Another corner for the Cox Falcons. It's going to be Megan Spear here. There's 6 of the half. Can they get that second goal to gain some breathing room? And it's going to be put through. Guess who? Zella Bailey. And the Cox Falcons make it 2-0 here at the Regional Training Center. Fired that in with precision and some mustard on it. 35 goals this year, 7 in the postseason. And just like that, when you think you have Cox where you want them and it's right there, anybody's game, they make it 2-0. If you blink, you're in trouble. You knew eventually they would get one of those penalty corners to pay off. Kempsville has to make sure they don't hang their heads here. Squeeze it in with Elise Unger. Racing out to get to it before it goes out of play is Quinn Braithwaite. Working that sideline really well. Battle for it. Who's going to win it between Joey Savino and Morgan Moody? Cox has it. It's Unger. And Sarah Green will get out to it. But again, Braithwaite very pesky. Just laying her stick down essentially to block any advancement of the ball. Chiefs have that sideline entry intercepted. They take it right back with Monique Lipton. Mary Washington is going to try to split the double team. Pass is going to be taken away. Cox can't quite thread the needle as it rolls out. Kempsville knows these precious few minutes are going to be critical to get to halftime. Still within a couple of goals of this Cox machine that's been putting up 12 goals a game the last 4 outings. And that one rolls out of play. Looks like the rain has slacked off just a little bit. It's more drizzle than it is steady downpour. Spear with the pass. And we'll see a substitution now as number 19, Ava Ostrowski, comes in for Irma Gray Bailey. Another goal is going to be put on the board for the Cox Falcons. Give it to Megan Spear, the sophomore, as I believe that's going to be her first goal of the playoffs. Certainly not her first of the year. She's had quite a few goals throughout the season. 7th different Cox player to score this postseason as they up their advantage to 3-0. Not a one-man team by any stretch. Bailey, Schwartz, Bailey, and that's Irma Gray Bailey and Zilla Bailey. Froelich, Savino, and now Abby Spear. Check that, Megan Spear, the sophomore. Her older sister, Abby Spear, the goalkeeper who's trying to get her 13th shutout of the year in 16 games, which is quite a ratio. Falcons get past the defender with Abby Spear. And that one will bounce and ricochet off the right foot of Abby Karras, out of bounds. Approaching 4 minutes to go in our first half. Cox leading Kempsville 3-0. A win would move them to 16-0 on the year and earn a spot in Thursday's Region 5A championship against the First Colonial Patriots, as Megan Spears' shot there hops over the net and goes out of play. Falcons still operating in Kempsville territory deep here. Regional championship on Thursday. It'll come your way here on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex YouTube channel. Set for a 6 o'clock start time here at the RTC. Seventh penalty corner of the half now coming for Cox. Trying to get their 99th goal of the season. There's Megan Spear. Nifty little pass and inside to Addie Froelich, and it gets blocked and deflected out. Kempsville doing a good job of positioning themselves off that penalty corner. So can Aaron Sutton and company dig out of it? That rolls wide and out of play, giving Emmy Schwartz and her squad a chance. Evades the defender in Carly Hoffer. and then gets stopped. I gotta believe Delaney Ogden is wearing number 10 today, not number 1, as that looks just like the young lady we saw wearing number 1 a week ago. I'm probably gonna go with it until I'm proven otherwise. And here comes another penalty corner for Cox. Keep an eye on number 19 nearest to your screen in the circle area. That's Ava Ostrowski, one of their 4 seniors. Try to get that one in to Elise Unger. It goes a little bit far back, almost near midfield. Joey Savino gets past a defender who falls down. It was Lipton. Took a tumble. Kempsville holds trouble in that sequence. A couple minutes left here in this first half. John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services, they've been serving all of Hampton Roads for more than 20 years, providing tax preparation and retirement planning services for you. They're the best, and they thank everyone across Hampton Roads for making them that. John's Tax Service. Many sponsors that allow us to bring you this field hockey action. The ball will take a hop and go out. See Coach Roundtree hanging out near the fence. I think she's wanting to get warm and head inside if she can right now. She knows it's a little chilly here. Her team has been able to fight through the elements and go from a 1-0 lead after 1 quarter of play to 3-0, thanks to some second quarter goals from the Ohio State commit Zella Bailey and the sophomore Megan Spear. Addie Froelich had the game's first goal, her second of the playoffs. That time it's going to be Carly Hoffer taking away from Megan Spear, but the Falcons back in possession here. They try to get their back turned to defender Hoffer as players move to the ball handler. It's like you would see in basketball. Help the one with the ball. Spacing and good motion. There's Zella Bailey now. Going to try to get past the defender and Sutton. And, ooh, collides with the goalkeeper. Gets back up. Abby Karras came out a little wide to block her and incidentally tripped her up. Last 30 seconds of the half here. Braithwaite has it and then loses the handle. But in doing so, draws a penalty corner. So the 6th of the quarter and the 9th of our half. Megan Spear will put it in as we're about to see the time expired in this first half. We'll try to get this off before the horn sounds. There's Zella Bailey. Scoots by a defender, then loses it. Nice job by Aaron Sutton defensively. And we've reached halftime here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach in our 2021 Region 5A semifinal, where the Cox Falcons lead the Kempsville Chiefs 3-0. So these young ladies will try to huddle up and get warm and get set for the second half to conclude our doubleheader coverage on BeachSportsplex.com and on the YouTube channel, courtesy of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Looking for something for dinner? Try Chicho's Pizza. They're one of our sponsors, and we now hear from them and a slew of others here as we take a break during the half.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
So you just heard from Vault Athletics and Fitness. The Vault Fitness facility is Hampton Roads' newest 13,000 square foot facility located in the Hilltop section of Virginia Beach. They specialize in youth athlete development, personal training, small group training, and special fitness classes. Go pay them a visit, Vault Athletics and Fitness. Our scores: Cox leading Kempsville 3-0 here at the half. In the Region 5A semifinals, Zella Bailey with her 35th goal of the season, 7th of the postseason for Coach Taylor Roundtree's undefeated Cox Falcons, who come into today at 15-0 overall. Megan Spear also adding a goal, and Addie Froelich with her second of the postseason for a undefeated nationally ranked juggernaut that has had 7 different young ladies score here in the playoffs, as Cox tries to make it 16-0 on the year and cool off a Kempsville team that is 12-5 on the season following a 1-4 start. Amber Jones has the Chiefs pointed in the right direction. Let's hear from a few more of our sponsors before the second half comes your way, and one of them would be Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
wherever,
however.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
One Life Fitness among our sponsors here of 2021 VHSL Region 5A field hockey action here from the Regional Training Center. We're set for the second half. From the RTC, Matt Hatfield here with you as the Cox Falcons lead the Kempsville Chiefs by a count of 3-0. And we want to remind you that Thursday, we'll have the Region 5A Championship. We'll see if it is indeed the Cox Falcons taking on the First Colonial Patriots in a rematch of the regular season affair where Cox prevailed 2-0 over FC. It was a very hard-fought battle back on September the 30th. The Patriots looking mighty strong today in their win over Princess Anne 6-0, getting 2 goals each from both Finley Payne, their goal-scoring machine, and Landry Meyer, their emerging playoff star, to complement Payne and the ODU commit Emily Tamara. And speaking of dynamite players, there's Zella Bailey on the move, trying to get closer and closer to that 40-goal mark for the season. She had 6 goals, if you recall, back in the regional quarters when they took down the Tallwood Lions and eliminated the 8-seeded Lions from the postseason. Here's our first penalty corner of the second half. It's going to be the 10th of the day here for the Cox Falcons. Zella Bailey in possession. Thought about shaking a defender. Said passes it over, and it almost dribbles in, but on the rebound, let's see if they say it's going to go through. They say no goal, as Abby Spear thought she had goal number 4 of the day for her team, but you saw a couple players just basically lying out there right along the line by the net, one being the goalkeeper for Kempsville and Abby Karras, I believe. So we don't see that 4th goal get on the board. As we mentioned earlier, Kempsville playing with heavy hearts today after the unfortunate, unexpected passing of one of their longtime coaches and teachers in the building over there at Kempsville High School in John Cinnamon. He coached baseball and golf there more than 20 years. They're honoring and dedicating today's game and their playoff quest to him. We wish his family and everyone at Kempsville all the best, keeping them in our thoughts and prayers during this trying time. Hate to lose a loved one anytime, especially around the holiday season here. Happening on Halloween weekend and Thanksgiving and Christmas right around the corner. Second penalty corner now of the quarter coming for the Cox Falcons. It'll be Megan Spear putting it into play. Probably looking to connect with either Emmy Schwartz or Zella Bailey in the middle there. Bailey will take it and then dish it off. Braithwaite with a look. Second try. Third try. And it's going to be on the board for Megan Spear. Second of the day for her. Cox Falcons with 11:54 to go in our third quarter. They make it 4-0. So Megan Spear with 2 goals this playoff run. Addie Froelich with 2 goals this postseason. Both have some work to do to catch up to Zella Bailey, who's got 7 to lead them in this playoff run. So we mentioned 7 different players have scored in the playoffs here for Cox. A collective effort, which it truly has to be one of the best programs in the country like they are year in and year out. 22 state championships, a VHSL record, trailing only Severna Park's 24 count from Maryland in the entire nation. And Cox once had the national record. Pretty good chance that they'll get back in possession of that and claim the record in the nation for all these underclassmen that are contributing for Coach Roundtree. Had some legendary coaches in the likes of Nancy Folks and Julie Swain, and now Coach Roundtree cementing her place among the best at one of the nation's premier programs. The penalty corner coming for the Cox Falcons here. Clock is stopped at 11:03, although it just restarted for some reason. There might be some glitches here on the clock. It's like at 10:57 and it stopped. I'm not sure why we had some stoppages, but we're back to having it move. Be a little air with all the wetness there. And another goal. Hat trick time for Megan Spear. Give her a third one with 10:44 in the third quarter. It makes it 5-0. So the Spear sisters getting it done for Cox today. Abby in goal. Kempsville had it penalty corner, had a chance to become just the fourth different team to score on them this year, but she had nothing doing there. And Megan with a hat trick in the playoffs. Not too many 10th graders can say they did that, but she can. Doing it under the lights here on a Tuesday in November at the training center. All the premier surfaces for field hockey action across our state. Try to get it into Zella Bailey, but Monique Lipton takes it away. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group is not your typical mortgage company. They understand getting a mortgage can be stressful, but they're here to guide you every step of the way, dedicated to providing you an enjoyable journey from start to finish. You can find Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group on the web as well. Just go to atlanticbay.com. Coming up on 6 p.m. here on the East, Kempsville looking for that first goal and second of the postseason. Trailing the Cox Falcons 5-0. It was 1-0 after one quarter of play, 3-0 at the half, and a pair of Megan Spear goals here in the third period. Not even halfway through this third quarter has given them that cushion to inch them closer to Thursday's regional championship matchup with the First Colonial Patriots. Could be a battle between the 16-0 team and a FC squad that, with its win today, upped its record on the year to 15-1. Only loss was to Cox, of course. Sarah Green there, they threw along the sideline. Cox going for the fourth state championship, the drive for four.
Who do you have? That's already taken. Brooke, 18. Brooke, top of the circle, 18. And then 6 pages. I don't have
Kempsville going to try to swing possession back in the other direction with Monique Lipton. Oh, got tangled up there where Sarah Green and Irma Gray Bailey.
Delaney, stay on 3, please. Brooke, stay with.
Nifty little feed there to Zella Bailey from Emmy Schwartz. Check that, Elise Unger, rather. The Davidson commit, Unger. And then it sails out of play. And we get a whistle. Looks like it's going to be another penalty corner here. Lee Everett. Oh, no, not a penalty corner. Check that. Thought it was. Instead of Cox will keep possession. And that one sails and hits the back of the fence. 6.5 minutes to go in our third quarter.
Make sure these are 3D passes coming down here.
So the last time that Cox did not win a state championship, it was 2017. That year it was Westfield edging First Colonial 2-1 in the Class 6 championship round. First Colonial has been runner-up quite a few times. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018. As we mentioned earlier, their last state championship came in 2012 when they beat Cox 3-1. That was back-to-back for FC. They beat Stafford 3-1 in 2011. A run of dominance from a couple of these schools in Virginia Beach. And that one will sell to play. Check that actually FC's last championship came in 2015 when they beat Cox 6-2 in the 6A final. So you look at it pretty much every year since 2011. It's either been Cox or First Colonial in a state championship at the AAA, 6A, or 5A level, which is just absolutely astonishing. And with the way the brackets are set up, they could meet not just once in Thursday's regional championship, but they could certainly square off again in the state finals, which will be held on November 13th at 2 p.m. at Cortland High School for Class 5. Cortland is site for all 4 championships for Class 6, Class 5, Class 4, Class 3. Zella Bailey tries to squeeze another goal in, but it will be just wide and sail out of play. Ticking down to 4 minutes to go in our third quarter. Starting to get a little darker here at the training center. For one of our sponsors of field hockey action here from the pitch is Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Not feeling good? Well, a place to feel better, eat better. It's Tropical Smoothie Cafe. It's located right there on Princess Anne Road, right across the street from TCC, Tidewater Community College. They offer grab-and-go catering, box lunches, bursting with fresh flavors. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Zella Bailey now. Penetrating deep, getting inside the circle. 2 Kempsville defenders shadowing her, and Cameron Butler and Monique Lipton. And in doing so, you hear a whistle. And it'll be another penalty corner for the Cox Falcons. Their 13th of the day if you're keeping track at home. And I know you are. Why else would you be watching, right? Ooh, almost got it from a mile away there. Shot just off the mark. Cox will keep possession though. And deep, almost another goal for Megan Spear. Thinking about a hat trick in the quarter, not just for the game, but she's already accomplished. Good tackle from the Cox defense. Emmy Schwartz coming up and making a stop. Coach Fanica and the football guys will be proud of that. They battled a little hard the other night. Had a lead on undefeated Green Run at the half before succumbing to the Stallions. Got a big one with the Cox Falcons on Friday night against the Salem Sun Devils. Jockeying for playoff positioning out of Region 5A. And Green Run is the likely top seed for football, and Kempsville the probable number 2 seed. And then it's kind of a logjam for 3 through 6 with the likes of Salem, Indian River, Cox, and Bayside. Tallwood and Hickory probably going to get the last 2 spots. Back to field hockey, though. Enough of that football talk, as it will bounce off the post, off the Zella Bailey shot. However, the high school football playoffs do begin a week from this Friday, November the 12th, and they will have 18 region fields for all the regions except, I do know 5B is going to go to a 16 field, where Maury is the projected top seed there. All right. I said enough of the football talk, so we get back to field hockey here as it will carry them off a Cox stick. I think that was Zella Bailey. Minute 10 to go in his third quarter. I know fans are glad the rain has subsided and can stay dry, hopefully for the rest of the night, as that shower is come and gone and the umbrellas have been put up. 15th penalty corner of the night for Cox, which you think is really just wearing down this Kempsville attack. Chiefs came out so spirited and played with great energy out of the gate. Coach Jones's team, a lot to be proud of to get to this point, having won 11 of their last 12 games. And the only blemish in that span was the first Colonial. I wonder if they were in 6A, they might have had a chance to get to a regional championship. But just such a tough 5A bracket. Cox trying to work that penalty corner with Emmy Schwartz. And they're just living off penalty corners in this third period as time will tick down the last 5 seconds of the quarter. And the horn sounding. And they'll get one last crack at it here with Megan Spear. Inserts it in. Zella Bailey gets it to go. Zella Bailey with the goal off the assist from Megan Spear. And that'll make it 6-0 in favor of the Cox Falcons as we end the third quarter off a penalty corner goal for Frank W. Cox. Matching that advantage First Colonial had in our earlier regional semifinal with FC over PA. Coach Roundtree's team doing an excellent job here in this third quarter to widen things out. Let's pause now and hear from one of our sponsors, our title sponsor for today in Zookeeper. So you see Amber Jones speaking to her young ladies. A fine season for them. They close it out at 12-6 overall. Who would have thought that after a 1-4 start? Again, our thoughts and prayers going out to the Kempsville community with the tragic passing of John Cinnamon, longtime teacher and coach there at Kempsville High. Too much Cox Falcons as this field hockey program once again showing why it's one of the premier squads in the entire country. 6-0 today over Kempsville. It was 1-0 after one period of play thanks to Addie Folich's goal, the junior with her second of the postseason. Cox got a couple of goals before the half, one courtesy of Ohio State commit Zella Bailey, another from Megan Spear, and at 3-0 by halftime, Falcons felt a lot better than they did through one quarter of play, and then Megan Spear took control with a pair of goals, not even 5 full minutes into our third quarter. She had a hat trick today and also an assist that finished up the third quarter, finding Zella Bailey for her second goal today. Zella Bailey now with 36 goals by our count, 8 for the playoffs, as Cox runs its record to 16-0 on the season. They have outscored their foes 101-3 on the year. And they get that date that we thought we would see come in back in September, come here in November in the playoffs, and that's going to be 15-1 First Colonial, which has outscored its opponents 129-7, taking on the Frank W. Cox Falcons, 16-0 with a 101-3 goal advantage in the Region 5A Championship, regardless of who wins that matchup on Thursday at 6 p.m. for the championship of Region 5A. Both squads moving on to the state quarterfinals, which will begin on November the 9th, a week from today, next Tuesday night. The Region 5A champ hosts the Region 5B runner-up, while the Region 5A runner-up travels to the Region 5B champ. The good thing about travel is it'll be one of those 4 schools here locally nearby in Region 5B, as you have in the Final Four of Region 5B, the semi set for tomorrow, Wednesday, November 3rd at Powhatan Field in Norfolk. Your matchups there in 5B, featuring the number 1 seed Gloucester Dukes taking on the number 4 seed Maury Commodores at 5 p.m., while the number 3 seed Menchville Monarchs take on the number 2 seed Nance River Warriors at 7 p.m. I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this possible. AstroTurf, Atlantic Bay Mortgage, CHKD Sports Medicine, Chicho's Pizza, Dairy Queen, John's Tax Service, One Life Fitness, Shine Time, Power Wash, and Paint Professionals, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Vault Athletics, Why Not Italian, and of course, Zoop Eatery. For Maurice Burnett on camera and Jacob Zado and our entire team, I'm Matt Hatfield. Thank you for checking out our live stream coverage of 2021 VHSL Field Hockey postseason action. We'll see you next time right here on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex YouTube channel and beachsportsplex.com. Good night, everyone.